It's been 13 days since Utah State last played a game. They're in Boise to take on the Broncos, a huge Mountain West game. College basketball on CBS Sports Network is brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. This is what it's all about. February 17th, 2021, a game that matters in the Mountain West Conference. Utah State against Boise State. Why does it matter? We'll take a look. These two teams battling for the top spot. Yes, Colorado State is there as well. Don't forget about San Diego State. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy along with Pete Gill, and he loves these kind of games. And, Pete, why wouldn't you love these kind of games?
No question. Utah State are the reigning champs. But as Shakespeare wrote, uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. That's Henry IV, Part 2. Tom's a big Shakespeare guy, okay? Right now, Utah State's uneasy because they blew a big game last year in overtime. They lost to Boise State on the road. And right now, Boise State's 9-0, undefeated. And they got to go in there. And Boise State has one of the most talented and deepest team ever, Tom. And that's a long time, so it's going to be a great game.
Ever's a long time, and it's a big game when Shakespeare is being quoted by Pete Gill. Time now for AT&T 5G Fast Analysis. Let us introduce you to Neemias Queta.
Neemias Queta is a special player. He controls the game offensively and defensively. He's a wrecking machine in the low post. He leads a team with 12 points a game. He blocks shots. He changes shots. He really is a guy that can take over at any time. And Derek Alston Jr. is a tremendous player for Boise State. 17 points a game. He scores at all three levels. He can knock down a three. He's got a good mid-range game. And he get to the rim and finish in traffic. He's got to play well tonight for them to win. He moves well without the basketball. He blocks shots. He really has a great future.
He does it all. Those are the stars, but there's also a great supporting cast for Utah State and for Boise State. They get together for the first of two at Boise. Coming up next.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. What's your beef? By State Farm. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
It's a beautiful day in Boise. It's an even better day inside the arena where Boise State has its games. Why? Because ExtraMile Arena now is allowing 900 fans. There are some of them right there. Face masks required. Pods of 2 and 4 in the seating area. This is the first game this year that they're allowing fans. And for Leon Rice and for Craig Smith from Utah State, it's kind of exciting to see that. There is Craig Smith. In his third season at Utah State, he has been excellent. 68 wins, 20 losses. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. He has adjusted his starting lineup, which is kind of interesting. For the first time this year, Raleigh Wooster will not start. In fact, Stephen Ashworth will start for the Aggies. That's interesting because Wooster has played so well. And then the starting five for Boise State, they are a seasoned group. Behind Leon Rice, the all-time winningest coach in Boise State history. We'll tell you about that a little bit. You see both of the coaches wearing the towels in honor of the late, great John Thompson. Here we go. The first of two, and the tip is controlled by Boise State, Pete.
Should be a great game, Tom, for sure. Boise State, the leading scoring team in the Mountain West, and Utah State, the second best team defensively in points allowed in the Mountain West.
That's going to be a foul on the floor, and we'll see if it's a push on Armouche or if it's going to go against Queta. Foul trouble is a big deal in this ball game, Pete.
Giant. Whichever big guy gets in trouble, boy, that's going to really affect their team.
Well, it is called on Queta, so the shot clock at 20. Queta is arguably the best player in the conference, although there's some others that will say that, you know, some of the guards are even better. Here's Alston on the catch, the plant, and the little touch off the glass.
Nice underneath out-of-bounds play by Boise State. Alston gets off to a terrific start.
It's been 13 days since Utah State last played a game. We'll see how rusty they are. Leon Rice, the head coach for Boise State, said, well, they had a lot of time to prepare for us.
Yep.
Queta from the elbow, no good. Rebound is loose, and Armouche with the board.
That's a tremendous battle between Armouche and Keita, Tom. That's going to determine the game in a lot of ways. Who gets in foul trouble?
And Bean with the steal. We wondered about the matchup. Would Bean be on Alston? And that's going to be a turnover into the open floor. Boise will just let it roll out of bounds. That's smart. That's Marcus Shaber, the outstanding guard from Phoenix, Arizona.
That's a problem for Utah State. They're a terrific team, but 14 turnovers a game. That's too many for a quality team.
Speaking of that, Pete, let's lead us into your keys.
Utah State take care of the rock. That's not a good example. That's a turnover. Own the glass. They're a great rebounding team. The Broncos get hot from downtown. That's very, very important. They do that. They do a great job taking care of that. So Boise State, big thing. They
all right, let's look at the last one.
Get Keita in foul trouble. They got one, so that's important. Whoever wins that battle down low between Armouche and Keita, that's going to be key. Both of them are wailing away at each other.
Shaber takes the inbounds, gets it to Alston, covered out front by Miller. Kijab fakes the handoff, backs his way in, caught in a double team that leaves Armouche open underneath, and off the glass, it's good. It's 4-zip Boise State.
Boise State's tough at home. We talked about it, Tom, before. 21 out of 22 at home. So they're really on a roll playing in Boise.
Here's Anthony along the baseline. Little curl into the paint. Leader off the back of the iron. No good. Armouche with another board. That's important.
Tremendous rebounder. When he was born, the doctor hit him on a goalie, and he said, rebound, rebound. He didn't cry. That was the first words he spoke.
Shaber doesn't get the ball to roll off the rim. Keita with the board. Keita averages nearly 10 rebounds per game. Anthony open for three, and it's no good. Well, we wondered how Utah State would come out, being off for 13 days. Shaber, right side of the lane, off the glass, no good. The ball is tipped in and out. Bean almost tipped it in for Boise.
Yep.
Ashworth to Miller.
Is a great offensive rebounder. He had 7 last game against UNLV on the offensive glass.
Miller's picked up by Shaber on the switch. He gets it to Keita along the baseline. High arcing shot is good. That's where his game has improved, I think.
Wow. He's got so much better. He's a junior. He really improved his game offensively. He got stronger. Tremendous future for that young man.
2-point lead for the Broncos. Kijab off the high screen, and he lost control. Second turnover. Here comes Anthony into the open floor. Shot blocked by Kijab, picked up by Bean, blocked from behind. Count the buckets. It's going to be goaltending against Boise State.
Nice block by Kijab. Nope. Goaltend that time. A.J. Dennis.
Tied up at 4. Alston, his three is good. Nothing but net. Watch where he takes his shots today, folks. If you haven't seen Derek Alston Jr., he can play inside and he can play outside. That's why he's so talented. 7-4. Broncos up. Keita down low against Armouche. Backs his way in. Shot clock at 12. Lost control. Got it back. Lost it again. Armouche with the steal.
Interesting. No double team that time, Tom.
And now Alston lost it and then falls to the floor and asks for a timeout. And the Broncos will get the timeout. Well, a little out of control here, Pete.
Yep. Going in traffic. 3 guys around him. Got to take care of the rock. Lucky got the timeout. Turnovers are key.
Well, Boise State's coming on back-to-back wins against UNLV. The second one, though, wasn't that easy. UNLV was in the driver's seat. They used a 14-0 run in the second half to take the lead, but then Boise State came to life. Derek Alston at one point had 7 consecutive buckets. Dutrieve with a great defensive stop there, and Boise wins at 61-59. Now, Dutrieve is not playing tonight because he is undergoing a dental emergency. That's a big deal. Now, we take a look at the tournament resume for all these teams, Pete. This is a really good conference.
Terrific conference. One of the best in a long time, Tom, for sure. And 4 teams have a chance to go to the big dance. Still a lot of work to be done by all these teams, but chance to get 4 in the NCAA tournament.
That's why this is a big game. So is Friday's rematch between Boise State and Utah State. But San Diego State has Fresno State tomorrow and Saturday. Colorado State's been excellent. Off the timeout, Broncos with the basketball.
Yep. See, Cade is out of the game now. They're worried about foul trouble for him.
Well, the baseline, Alston. Alston fadeaway, jumper over. Ashworth is good. That's what we were talking about. He hits the 3, but then he hits something like that also. Yeah.
Well, he made the first layup early, so his confidence, and as we talked about before, his last game was unbelievable against UNLV. 27 points, 6 for 8 from three-point land on Saturday.
Bean outside to Anthony, off the screen, double teamed on the baseline. Dean for 3. It's no good. An easy rebound for Shaver. Again, Raleigh Wooster, the freshman point guard who usually starts, has not played yet for Utah State. Miller on Alston, right side of the lane, doesn't get the finish, and the battle for the jump ball, and it's going to be a foul on Armouche.
There's a big size disadvantage that time, 6'9" against 6'2", and Alston just raised up, shot over Ashworth, the freshman. Armouche. A lot of fouls. He fouls during warm-up sometimes, Tom. Very aggressive.
I don't think it's a bad idea, though, if he goes out while Keita is out, too.
Yep. He's having a great year for the Broncos. Almost.
Dorius applies the screen up top. Anthony, right side of the lane, leaves it inside for Bean. Beautiful cut and finish.
Great pass by Anthony. Transfer from the University of Virginia. Nice finish inside.
3-point lead for the Broncos. Shaver has the ball knocked away. Hands have been good for the Aggies. Key jab in the paint, kept his pivot foot, got the roll.
He's a key guy. He's been struggling a little bit in the last couple of games, and the last 6 games, the Broncos are only 3-3. Key jab is a key part of their success. A great defender and a good scorer.
Miller's first shot of the night. And the rebound by Anthony. The ball rolling around the rim. And Dorius had it for a moment and a foul underneath. Here's Alston. This is how good he's been. This is what Pete was talking about. Off the glass. That's pretty nice, right?
Yeah, nice pump fake. Mid-range game. Knocks it down. Here he goes. He just shoots over Ashworth. Can score on all 3 levels. Tremendous player. The preseason player of the year in the Mountain West Conference. He's on a roll right now, Tom, as we mentioned before. Great game on Saturday, 27 points.
Miller on the baseline off the inbounds, and he gets that one to go. That could get him going, too, and that's important.
He's playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. You and I talked to Craig Smith the other day, and he said his confidence has zoomed.
Max Rice in the game for the first time. And Armouche with the 2-handed jab.
Young man from Serbia, Tom. I coached over in Serbia for a while. We a place called Novi Sad and Shabac. Notre Dame we visited, and Digger Phelps, who was at a graduation, so I coached against a national team, and I'm still recovering. We got our bell rung, but it was a great experience coaching over in Serbia with the Notre Dame team.
Bairstow gives it off to Anthony, who had a clear path right to the basket and lays it in.
Got to get some help defense, Tom. That was not good.
13-10, Boise State on top. Here comes Shaver from the free throw line. Kicks it out for Alston for 3. And Keita back in with the rebound. Alfonso Anderson in the game for the first time. Keita, he can make that shot. He doesn't that time. Alston with the rebound.
I give him that shot anytime he wants, Tom. From the Broncos, rather than in the paint, going and getting a 3-point play and getting in foul trouble.
Foul will be called on Bairstow. By the way, there is Raleigh Wooster, who is on the bench. He usually starts, but unfortunately he is in a boot.
That's too bad.
And obviously in street clothes, so he will not be available tonight for Utah State. We knew something was up, Pete.
Yep. He's having a great freshman year. 10 points a game. Assists, about 3 assists. He's really a mature freshman.
Acott, fadeaway jumper. And Armouche battling with Keita. Yeah. What a pass, too. And the put-in is there for Shaver.
How about Armouche? He gets in the mud. He gets in the glue. He gets in Bloody Nose Lane, Tom. He mixes it up. 4 rebounds already. I'll make a comeback. I'm going to try to get him in the transfer.
Yeah, the transfer from East Tennessee State. When he came over from Serbia, he said, I wasn't planning on even coming to the States to play. And the hook shot by Keita.
Yep, that's where he's got to stay. Stay down there. Stay in the low post, big fella. Forget the jump shot. Can make that, but that shot's high percentage down low.
Under 12 to play here in the first half. Shaver from the free throw line. That is an athletic move over the top of Ashworth.
Shaver is a volume shooter. He got to get a lot of shots like he did at Portland, where he transferred from. Set out last year. The more shots he gets, the hotter he gets.
Ashworth throws it off the leg of Shaver, so Utah State will have it when we come back. Alston has been everything you would expect. The same with Armouche. You're watching Mountain West basketball on CBS Sports Network, and you're watching the best in action. It's a 5-point lead. Boise State on top. Broncos are on top by 5, 17-12. The next generation is now presented by Army National Guard. And this time we're going to spotlight Justin Bean. He's a junior. Exercise science. He has a GPA, Pete, of 3.25. Academic All-Mountain West team in 2019 and 2020. But that is only part of the story. He helps kids age 5 to 15 with the basketball camps that are sponsored by his head coach, Craig Smith. That's right. 2 summers ago, he helped them learn basketball fundamentals. Look at the smiles on those youngsters' faces.
Great. He's got a big heart, terrific young man, excellent player, and does a lot of great things off the court, too.
4 double-doubles this year, 21 for his career. He'll take a break. He has 31 games in his career with 10 rebounds or more.
Tremendous rebound, especially in the offensive end. He's fabulous going to the glass.
Ashworth goes inside to Anderson. Anderson against Kejab. And they're going to get Kejab for the foul. You just can't lean on the body.
Yeah, you can't keep banging. Yep. He was trying to wall up, but he kept moving into him a little bit too much. Good call.
All right, so the shot clock goes to 20. 3 fouls for Boise State, 2 for Utah State. Anderson trying to get some separation. Kejab's so good defensively, and that is a tough pass.
Yeah, that's bad pass by Anderson that time. Keita wasn't ready for it. Once again, the turnovers are a concern for Utah State. It's the 3rd one. They average 14 a game, which is way too many for a quality team.
Now the Broncos back on offense. Shaver off the high screen by Armouche. Kejab feeds it. Acott in the paint. One-handed shot in and out. Armouche with the rebound. His putback is blocked by Keita. And the bounce pass inside, and a foul from behind on Anderson. That foul at Anderson is his first.
Yep.
And substitutions back in Miller and Bean for Utah State.
Yep. Keita's a great shot blocker, Tom, as you know. 3 a game. You got a pump fake, though, against him.
And Kejab off the glass. It's 19-12 with under 11 minutes to play, and the foul goes on Bean.
Kejab's the key. If he has a good game, great chance the Broncos could come out with a win. When he plays well, it's double figures. They win almost every time. When he struggles a little bit, sometimes the Broncos struggle.
Well, he's to the free throw line. Trying to make this an 8-point game. He does. 14 points in the paint for Boise so far.
Wow. That's surprising with the big guy inside.
Yep.
Cater protecting the paint. It's impressive. The Broncos. These are both NCAA tournament teams, Tom, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they're difficult NCAA tournament teams. Bairstow for 3.
Wow. He's hot and cold, but he's going well. Big boost for the Aggies.
Youngest of 7 children. His sister Stephanie played 2 years at Utah State. Shaver inside the arc. Pete Carrill used to hate when guys used to do that, Pete. When you're that close to the 3, he said, just take the 3.
Exactly. Life is short, Tom. Shoot 3s. That's my philosophy.
Shaver called for the foul. That's the 4th foul on Boise State. Bairstow on the baseline, off the side of the rim. Cato with the rebound of the two-handed jam.
Nice bounce that time for the Aggies.
6 points for Cato. Now the lead is 3. It was 8 at one point. Off the leg of Kejab, and Bean forces the turnover. Utah State, Pete, 5 for its last 7. That's a good sign for their shooting.
Yep, for sure. It's good hustle. Ball gets deflected, comes right to the big fella Cater and sends it home. Right place, right time. Tom, if I'm playing against Utah State, I'm pressing them. I'm pressing them. I'm coming after them. They got good players, freshman point guards, both of them. So I go after them. They turn the ball over a lot. I put some pressure on if I'm Boise State.
And Cater got great positioning to be able to slam that one home.
And almost gambled. You can't gamble. He gambled and he lost.
Well, this is a 7-0 run for Utah State. Acott trying to answer that. So is Alston. Little teardrop, and it's good.
Well, he's playing great right now, boy. He's on a mission, trying to bring the Broncos back to the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2015.
Leon Rice said it's such a calming influence having Alston, because there are times where he battles for everything, but there's also times like last game, and even tonight he's got 9, where everything comes fluidly.
Yeah.
And the 3 is good from Ashworth to answer and tie this game at 22.
Great game. You know, with Alston now, once again, 6'9", Tom, he's shooting 42% from three-point land, which is amazing for a guy 6'9".
Dennis gives it up top. Acott, he can handle the basketball. Kept his pivot foot. 3 is in and out. Ball is loose, out of bounds. Kejab touched it last for Boise State. Got some substitutions with the game tied at 22. You mentioned Kejab struggling, Pete. Even in the foul game, he was struggling. Last 3 games, he's had more fouls combined than he had in the previous 8 games.
Wow. Made a deep dive, Tom. I mean,
that's right.
I'm sleeping, you're working on the game. You're digging down, peeling the onion. That's true, but he's a very good defender, but he's very physical, so he's getting some fouls called.
Cater having an advantage, can't finish. Kejab with the rebound. Acott. And now Alston back to Kejab. Kept his pivot foot covered by Miller. Here
we go, dribble handoff, a little ball screen, get the ball to the big figures. A gamble, don't gamble, send it home, big guy. Cater with a high percentage shot, got a great one here in Boise. Preseason player of the year, bang!
College basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Here on CBS Sports Network, it's 22-22, Boise State and Utah State. These 2 teams will face off again on Friday. The 2 top teams right now, record-wise, in the Mountain West Conference. Colorado State's there too, and then San Diego State. Alston's been really good. He has 9. Cater is starting to feel his way through. He has 8 and 3 rebounds. Cheerleaders are there. 900 fans are in the house as well at ExtraMile Arena. Leon Rice, we asked him, he said, you think you'll hear it? He goes, oh, we're going to hear it all right.
No, that's a lot. Make a lot of noise. 900 fans can make a lot of noise.
Here's Alston over the top of Miller, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Brock Miller called for the foul.
Big guy can back you in. He's 6'9", long. Just jumped over Miller. Miller's 6'5", so big differential.
Alston is 84%, Pete, from the free throw line. As a team, they're near 78%. Or 73%, excuse me. And he makes the first one. He's got 10. Alfonso Anderson back in.
A little more size maybe going against Alston. We'll see if Alfonso Anderson guards Alston next time down, Tom. We'll see.
And Miller has 2 fouls.
That's probably the biggest reason.
Yeah,
right?
7:47 to play here in the first half. Alston converts both. 11 points for Derek Alston Jr.
Miller just telling him to wall up and try to block the shot. Get the ball to Canada down low. It's going against a young man, Milner.
Yep. Not
real strong. Play Division II basketball.
Anthony converts the 3 to make it a 24-24 game. Actually 25-24. It's 7:15 to play. They may look at that last three-pointer.
Whether it's a 2 or a 3, right?
Alston for 3.
Makes it look easy. Shoots 42% from downtown. He's 6'9". Got a future. He'll make a lot of money someday, Tom. Playing basketball at the next level, whether it's NBA or Europe, we'll see.
Under 7 minutes to play. Keita cut off by Kijab with some help defense.
Get him the ball. Go inside, big fella. Miller, you're about 40 pounds stronger than him.
Anthony goes out. Shot clock at 4. Stolen away by Dennis. He and Acott running the floor, and Anderson with the rebound. And Keita does that as smooth as anyone.
4-point play. 2 the Broncos didn't get. 2 the Aggies finish. So Ray-J Dennis has had a terrific year, but he's struggling the last couple of games. Point guard's important. When your point guard plays well, you play well. When he struggles, usually your team struggles.
Yeah, there's the steal by Anthony. Long bounce pass to Ashworth. Anthony working against Alston. And they call an offensive foul on Anthony.
Good call. You see Bean with the alley-oop. Keita with the finish. Makes it look easy. Wow, look at this. He liked it.
How do you not like it?
Yep. Tremendous young man, besides being an outstanding player. Sprague Smith's done a fabulous job with the Aggies. Won the Mountain West postseason tournament 2 in a row. And I tell you what, they're going to be tough to beat. Also, I think when it comes in a few weeks, they're going to be right there at the end. I don't know if they'll win it, Tom, but they'll bet against them. They're a great team.
Just was awarded a new contract. 5 more years after this season. Alston for the free throw line, hard off the back of the iron. And here comes Ashworth, or excuse me, Bairstow. Anthony in the paint, a foul on the floor.
They're attacking Max Rice. Good offensive player, maybe a half step, a little slow. Trying to drive on him, getting foul trouble. Coach's son, he's had a terrific year as a redshirt sophomore, tremendous shooter.
Yeah, Leon talked to us about that, coaching his son. He said they talked to a number of different coaches, you know, Fran McCaffrey, Steve Alford, guys like that. Asked him about coaching his son. They said it is hard, but it is worth it. And I think he realizes that too. Bean along the baseline, no good. Armouche with the rebound.
Another rebound. Every one of the coaches he spoke with, Tom, said, I would do it. Definitely do it. It's a great, great experience. Some challenges. We asked him, what's the biggest challenge? Well, I don't want to take my son out of the game because I know he's a team player and I don't want to hurt him. I want to be fair to him. I don't want to overcompensate for him. He'll understand.
Little matchup zone by Utah State. With Keita on the bench. Shot clock is at 5. Acott up top. Rice for 3. And a rebound by Bean. Utah State to take the lead here. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. The leaner is no good. And Acott with the board.
Acot's playing point guard. He's very versatile, Tom. He can play the 1, 2, 3, or 4 with the Wasatch Academy. Turnover.
Bairstow is fouled in the open floor by Rice.
Yep. A gentleman named Curtis Condi, who coached at Wasatch Academy. He coached Acot, and he really said he was really excited to play this game.
There's Leon Rice and his son Max Rice. He said that he's never walked away thinking, all right, I didn't play him too much in a game.
Yeah. No, he says, I don't want to, take advantage and, hinder my son, because he's my son, and take him out. I want to give him equal time everybody else gets, that he deserves. And he's a great guy, Leon Rice, dean of the Mountain West coaches. He's done a fabulous job here with the Broncos, and I think they're going to go back to the big dance along with Utah State this year.
Boise State scoreless over the last 2 minutes. Anthony for 3 for Utah State, tried to bank it home. And a foul inside. And that'll be the 8th team foul on Utah State. And it'll be a 1-on-1 opportunity for Boise. That'll send Max Rice to the free throw line. Milner back in. I think the officials are just trying to make sure that they know, A, who committed the foul and who is shooting the foul. They've decided that it is Max Rice that is shooting the foul. Front end of the 1-and-1. Boise State on top, 27-26. And it's good. Coming soon, catch the Missouri Valley Conference semifinals on CBS Sports Network March 6th, followed by the championship game on CBS March 7th. Get ready for Arch Madness, the Missouri Valley Conference tournament presented by State Farm. I did that last year, and it was a great tournament to do.
You enjoyed it, Tom, right?
I
Last year, great city, St. Louis. Tremendous town, and it's a wonderful tournament. Missouri Valley tournament.
29-26, Boise State on top. Bairstow inside for Anthony. Milner there to help, and Anthony will go to the free throw line. Marco Anthony, the transfer from Virginia during the national championship year. He played in 35 games, made no starts, did play in the national championship game. He usually guards the opponent's best player, and he's getting valuable minutes with Utah State.
Second leading scorer. Does a lot of good things for the Aggies.
He's been double digits in 2 of the last 3 games. He has 5 right now. 1 for 2 from the line. Cato with the offensive rebound. A little jump and a travel.
Yep. He's lucky he didn't get a foul on that one, Tom, on that offensive rebound. What a tremendous player. One of the best big men in the country, Tom. 6th leading rebounder in the country. Gets blocks, 6 leading blocks. It's tough.
Neither team has had a field goal in the last couple of minutes. Here's Alston. Ball stripped away. Utah State with excellent defense. They're one of the best defensive teams in the country.
Yep. Hold their opponent to 61 points a game. It's tremendous.
They're going to get Acot for the foul. 3:53 to play in the first half. A battle for the top spot in the Mountain West Conference. We'll be back. Statistically, it is as even a game as you will find. It's a 2-point lead for Boise State. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Adam Zucker, Ryan Holland, Seth Davis, and John Rothstein will be along. They'll have scores and highlights from around the country, plus first half analysis. All right, so Neemias Queta is one of our favorite players. Tell us what he's doing tonight, Pete.
Little pick and pop, about a 15-foot jump shot. Here now, he's right in the mix. He got a little break there. The ball came to him. Push it ahead. Nice alley-oop by Bean. Nice flush. So big guy's very active. He's a great athlete. He has tremendous hands, quick feet. 5'8", 10 points. I would like to see him, Tom, stay more in the low post. You can't guard him in there. It's impossible. Come outside, but he likes to roam. Most big guys like to roam on the outside to show the scouts, the NBA guys, that, hey, I can play in a perimeter. So, yeah, go out a little bit. But you can make your bread and butter down low, especially, I think, against the Broncos.
To the free throw line, 61% for the year. Makes the first one. I think you bring up a good point, because what he'll find, too, and obviously Craig Smith knows this, you set that screen up top, and then you roll and get yourself set up in the paint. You're going to be open and in good position.
Yep, I'd like to see him go down, pick and roll. Yeah, we saw a pick and pop. We saw on the highlights, which is fine. But I think for the most part, Tom, stay down low, big fella. Stay down low.
We are tied up at 29. Field goals have been tough to come by until Armouche lays it in. He has 6 points to go along with 7 rebounds. It's a good look by Alston.
Armouche is doing a nice job. 6 points playing against Keita.
Anderson for 3, no good. Alston with the rebound, his 3rd.
Not a good shot. Defense was on him. Keita was free. Get the ball to the big guy. Let the big dog eat.
Alston a little long with that one. Keita pulls down the rebound. Number 5 for Keita. He has it up top to Anthony. And that's going to be an illegal screen set by Utah State.
Yep, you can't do that. The last couple of years, it's been a big emphasis. Here we go. Dribble handoff. Alston attacking the basket. Nice pick and roll. Good finish inside. Nice pass by Alston. Good finish by the big guy, Armouche.
So Miller will take a seat, Pete. That's 3 fouls on him. Now remember, Raleigh Wooster is out in a boot, so their guards are even diminished more. Shaver for 3 off the rim. Anthony with the rebound.
Shaver's a great shooter, but he's not getting many touches, Tom. That's why he's cold.
Here's Anthony off the glass. He made a good move, switching hands.
Anthony's been extremely aggressive. He's really attacking all the time. I like that. Transfer from Virginia.
And he has 7 first-half points. Alston trying to answer. Covered by Anthony. Slices through the defense. Doesn't get the roll. And his putback is off the side of the rim. Here comes Bean.
The ball to the big guy. Let him touch it. He's getting mugged by Armouche. Yep, good call.
So Armouche called for his 2nd personal foul.
Anthony shake and bake, attacking the basket. Little Euro step. Nice finish by Anthony in the paint. Armouche with 2 fouls. I'd get him out now. If I'm Coach Leon Rice, he's got 2. I want to get him his 3rd down to last 2:16.
And then Keita goes back to the free throw line. And here comes Milner. He comes in. Armouche checks out.
Now Milner's a good player, Tom, but he's coming from Division II. Good player, but once again, if Keita against Milner, it's a mismatch. I'd go right to the big guy, Keita, next time down in the low post. Screen him into the post, get him the ball.
He's had a solid first half. Keita has 13 points. He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. 13 points, 5 rebounds.
Tremendous player.
Second shot is good. Nothing but net. The lead is 2 for Utah State, and they've clamped down the defense, too.
Yep. Now, we need Ray J. Dennis to step up now. Try to penetrate, create shots for your offensive guys.
He's number 10. Alston along the baseline, and a foul on the floor. They're going to get, I guess they're going to get Ashworth with the foul.
Yep.
That's his first. Yeah, a little body to body.
It was close. Could have gone either way, but I think it was a good call. He was moving. It was close.
Alston, who started his career as a redshirt, was 148 pounds when he came to Boise State. His dad is the head coach of the Westchester Knicks in the G League. Leon Rice told us the other day, he said, listen, we redshirted him because it was more for his safety than anything else.
I coach against his dad. His dad played at Duquesne, as you know. When I was at Xavier in Cincinnati, we played. He was a tremendous player. His dad.
Did you coach him? Did you coach against him well?
Yeah.
Oh, you did good.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
Foul called on Utah State. You saw the clapping of the hands by Milner as he was running out of the pile. And Queta charged with his third turnover. That's 2 fouls on Queta.
Yep, it's a big call. He's only fouled out of 1 game all season, Tom. He commits 2.3 fouls a game, so he's pretty smart. He's got 2 right now.
And they go right to Milner with Queta on the bench, and he's able to kiss it off the glass.
Take that, Coach Gillen. Division II, my nose.
Pete, there's nothing wrong with Division II.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm just saying it's a big jump, but he's doing a nice job.
And Bean with the answer off the glass. 20 points in the paint for Boise State. And an offensive foul called on Shaver. That'll be his 2nd foul.
When Shaver was at University of Portland, he took 18 to 20 shots a game. Here, with so much talent around him for the Broncos, he doesn't get that many touches. Good call. Push. Ashworth, maybe a little acting, but I think a good call. Officials are doing, I think, an excellent job, Tom.
Michael Greenstein is the referee for tonight's ball game. Tommy Nunez, Nate Harris, the other 2 officials. 1 minute to play in the first half. Bairstow along the baseline. That was an impressive shot. That would have won any game of horse, Pete.
Tough shot. Sean Bairstow from Australia, 6'8" soft. Yeah, he loves coming off ball screen, Alston. You guys stay on him.
Acrobatic shot. Somehow got it off the glass in the rim to tie the game at 37.
Tom, forget about it. He's on fire. He wants to go back to the big dance. 18 points, Tom. 27 points last game. Alston is on fire. From Utah State, don't let him touch the ball. Try out everything you can. Don't let Alston touch the ball.
Game clock winding down. Under 10 seconds. They go inside to a wide open Bean. He was shocked he was wide open like that.
Great set play. Nice back screen. Nice finish.
And now Dennis, and it's blocked away. And that is the end of the first half. Utah State takes a 2-point lead on the lay-in by Bean, despite Alston having 18 points in the first half. That's the end of the first half. We got a doozy in the Mountain West Conference. AT&T 5G at the half is coming up next. Brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. As we get set for the second half, we take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by Whole Foods. Rebounding, Utah State has the advantage. A lot of the numbers, though, are fairly even, and that's why the game is so close. Oh, hello, Pete Gillett. I'm Tom McCarthy. All right, Pete, so what stands out to you on those stats?
Right now, the defense of Boise State has to improve. It's very even, a lot of categories, but right now, Utah State shooting 52% from the field. That's too high. So the Broncos want to win. They got to defend much better second half. All
right, let's take a look at our AT&T 5G fast analysis. We talked about the stars in the open. We're thinking we talk about them again because they're starring.
The stars, they're shining brightly. Here we go, pick and pop. Queta with the 18-foot jump shot. Knocked it in. He's in the right place at the right time in the paint. Here we see transition. Nice pass by Bean. Big guy throws it home. A little touchdown. He likes it. He likes that. Eric Alston, tremendous player. He's got a good mid-range game. 18 points. He's on fire. Here he comes up, way downtown. Knocks it down. He wants to go back to the big depth. In traffic. A tough shot. Going left. Kissing off the glass. Two great players having terrific games.
Derek Alston, by the way, has 9 20-point games so far this year. He's on the doorstep of number 10. Queta was battling with Armouche early on, but I think he won that battle in the first half.
No question. But Armouche is hanging in. I like him. He's got a lot of courage going against this talented young man from Portugal. But I think right now, Tom, player of the year in the conference is Neemias Queta.
Well, and I think Alston is trying to move ahead of him.
He's very close.
Yeah.
An eyelash. I got Queta an eyelash ahead of Alston. Alston's a great player too. But I think the key now is which guy, complimentary guy, will come in and help Alston or help Queta. That's the story. These guys are doing great, but they can't do it by themselves.
And by the way, just a reminder, a couple of guys out. Dutrieve is out because of a dental emergency for Boise State. Raleigh Wooster is on the bench in a boot. So he is usually the starting point guard for Utah State. That is why Ashworth is starting. Both play, but Wooster is usually the starter. Ashworth up top to Bean, to Miller. Little touch pass to Anthony, and his three is no good. Kejab, he may be the key with the rebound.
Exactly, Tom. Terrific player. Here we go.
That's
There we go.
Ray J. Dennis. And we're tied at 39. Again, 900 fans at Boise State for this ball game.
Making noise. That was a big bucket for Ray J. Dennis, the point guard. Get his confidence going. He helped facilitate for his teammates.
Oh, man, what about that move? Keeping the pivot foot. Cada.
Get the ball to the big dog. Let him eat. Herschel Walker, you know, the big dog from Georgia, football player.
Oh, I remember.
I was just saying, let the big dog eat. Well, give the big dog Cada the ball.
Alston thinking about the answer. Off the glass too strong. Bad angle. Ashworth with the rebound. Here come the Aggies. Anthony into the paint. Step to the bucket. Off the glass. Got the roll. It's good.
Boy, he's playing aggressively. Terrific job. Marco Anthony sat out last year. Played for the University of Virginia.
And now Armouche doesn't get the bucket, but he'll get a couple of free throws. Bean will be called for the foul.
Nice pick and roll. Alston does a nice job. Ball to Cada inside. Nice drop step. Boom, goes zip. Use the rim as a protector. Left-handed. Oh, my goodness. Don't be so mean. Don't play so rough, big fella.
All right, so Armouche to the free throw line. Pete, does it surprise you that it's 22-22 points in the paint?
Sorry, Tom?
Does it surprise you that it's 22-22 points in the paint?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm surprised that the Broncos are getting that many points in the paint. You know what I mean? Because usually Utah State's one of the best in the country in defending the two-point shots. Holding teams like 42%. So I'm surprised that the Broncos are doing that well scoring in the paint.
Yeah, for Utah State, it's not surprising because they averaged almost 44% of their points in the paint. Armouche makes both free throws. It's a two-point game, 43-41.
Yep. I like this. Press them. They'll turn it over. 14 turnovers a game. Press Utah State. Got a freshman point guard. He's a good player, Tom, but he's a freshman.
Yeah, he is an excellent
like
player,
Bambi.
but you're right.
He's young.
He's like Bambi.
I pressed Bambi. Bambi came out.
Here's Cada. Oh, man.
My goodness. Tom, I got to wear a helmet now. We're not that close to the action. That guy is, what a player.
Cada has 18 points. He matches Alston's 18 points. Key jab up top. Ray J. Dennis trying to answer, and Cada got a piece of it, and man, Armouche went to the ground hard, and they're going to get Bean for the foul.
Okay.
Watch this pass.
Nice crash by Ashworth. Good finish. Terrific hands. Good feet. Nice pick and roll. Perfect pass. Armouche goes up. Cada goes up higher. Send it home, big guy. Send it home.
All right, so the foul was called on Bean. He has 3. Miller has 3 also for Utah State.
Yep.
The shot clock at 20 as Alston will inbound.
Kejab, get aggressive now. Want the ball. Good player.
Alston has it knocked away.
Anthony with the defense.
Ashworth to Cada. Cada backing his way in, isolating. Little help by Acott. Miller lets it fly. Acott a little shoulder shake before he got it into the hands of Kejab.
Armouche attacked him down.
Nice pass to Alston and the left-handed jab.
How about that? Nice cut, nice pass by Armouche. Eric Alston, fabulous player. Redshirt senior.
It's a 2-point lead for Utah State. Little high-low. Keita with the catch and doesn't get the finish, but he's going to get a couple free throws.
Tom, both these teams are NCAA tournament teams.
No doubt.
In my view, and they're dangerous. When they get in there, they're going to do some damage.
I think you could say that for all of the Mountain West teams that are going to get to the NCAA tournament.
No question. San Diego State's a fabulous team. They deserve to be in the tournament. They're going to be very dangerous. And Colorado State, what a year they've had. Colorado State, as you know, has beaten Boise State, Utah State, and San Diego State, the three of the other top teams. So Colorado State deserved to go. It's been a terrific year for the Mountain West.
Milner checks in. Armouche out with 3 personal fouls. Keita to the free throw line. He's got a season high 19 points. Make it 20.
Stepping up once again. Milner, a young player, not that strong. I'd go inside of Keita again. Keep giving it to the big fella.
Alston is off to the right. Aycott for 3. No good. And the rebound by Utah State with a tip from Keita. Anthony to Ashworth. Ashworth bounce pass inside to Keita, and he's fouled from behind by Milner.
Good job. They're looking for him. Looking inside. That's smart basketball by the Aggies.
All right, so the shot clock will stay at 23.
Tom, when I coach and you're going against a great big guy, and I coach against a lot of great big guys, we play some zone just for a cup of coffee, even though we're in a zone team, just to protect the paint. Have a man and a half around him, because one guy can't guard him.
Yeah, particularly Milner. Nothing against Milner, but he's a tough, and he did a nice job there.
Yeah, no, nothing against Milner. He's a nice player, but Keita is a tremendous player.
Alston working against Anthony off the screen. They want to get it back to Alston. Key jab, dribbles toward a triple team. Down low to Milner. Milner gets Keita off his feet and feeds the front of the rim.
Nice job, Milner.
47-45. Bean fadeaway jumper grazes the front of the rim, and here come the Broncos down by 2. To the corner, Alston for 3. Got it to go.
Easy money, Tom. That's easy money. Look at him. He's talking. They're dancing. Look at these guys. Forget about it. Tom, I'm tight as a clam. I pay to go to this game. You know what I mean? I don't go for ice water.
1-point lead. Keita trying to give Utah State the lead, and he does with a jam. It's the Keita Alston show.
Unbelievable. Terrific game.
Alston trying to answer, has it partially blocked by Anthony. Here comes Miller. Side winding up the floor. Miller from Ashworth. What does Ian Eagle call it? A wedgie.
Derek Alston, tremendous downtown. That's money for him. Makes it look easy. Here we go. Nice alley-oop. Throw it home. Left-handed. Derek Alston Jr. Bang. But don't forget the big fella. Let the big dog eat. Keita. Bang. Stick with us. CBS Sports Network.
Alston for Boise State, Keita for Utah State have combined for 45 points in tonight's game. Tomorrow at 8 Eastern, it's a West Coast Conference tip-off. BYU takes on Pacific, followed by another Mountain West matchup. 25th ranked San Diego State takes on Fresno State at 10 right here on CBS Sports Network. Pete and I will be back for San Diego State and Fresno State. And we're going to get a chance to see Shackle and Orlando Robinson, the 7-footer for Fresno State.
Yes, tremendous young big guy, sophomore, Orlando Robinson, and Jordan Shackle, phenomenal shooter, Tom. The best shooters in the country, and right now San Diego State have another great year, and they're on their way to the big dance again. San
Diego State has arrived in Fresno, so they are ready for that ball game. Well, they're the two big guns tonight, and they are really. I mean, Keita, 22 points. One of 4 Aggies to have a 20-point game this year. Key jab for 3, no good. And Keita got great position to get that rebound. It's number 6.
See, some of the players haven't taken many shots, Tom, so there's no rhythm. A lot of these guys. Kijab hasn't taken a shot in a long time. Shaver hasn't taken a shot in a long time. He's out of the game now, so.
And Keita over the top, no good. The putback, though, is good by Alfonso Anderson.
Tremendous guy off the bench. I tell you, I'd like to see him get even more time, Tom. Terrific player.
Utah State's bench averages nearly 22 points per game. Kijab has it knocked away, out of bounds.
Lucky. Milner juggled that. Got a break.
Shot clock is at 20. 13:49 to play here in the second half.
I'd like to see Kijab be more aggressive. Attack the basket off the bounce.
Dennis off the inbounds, doesn't get it to go. Milner keeps it alive before Anderson pulls it out of the air. Miller's wide open for three. In and out. He's been cool tonight.
Yep.
0 for 4 from beyond the arc.
And he's, as you know, he's been shooting great this year from three-point land. He's shooting 43% from downtown. Last year was only 30%. The year before that, only 35%. We talked to Coach Craig Smith, you and I, and he said he really worked hard during the summer, tweaked his shot a little bit. He's had a great year shooting from downtown.
Baycott hoping to run the point. Alston's in the corner to the right. That's a three. That's good. Nothing but net for Ray J. Dennis.
He's a guy, got a big heart. He's only a sophomore from the Chicagoland area, and he struggled last couple of games. A little bit of a slump, but I think he's coming out of it now, Tom. He could be the catalyst. Could be the glue.
Well, you mentioned it's got to be some of the secondary players that have to come to life. Keita inside, tough shot, knocked away. Milner did a great job. Here come the Broncos. Aycott looking in. Milner posting up. The runner is no good. Loose ball. Anderson with the rebound.
Keep going to Keita now. He's got a mismatch. Oh, moving screen. Go. Ray J. Dennis. Splash. He needed that one. That's not his strength. Only shooting about 24% from three-point land. Keita got hit. But he got hit on the way up. Keita's got 3 fouls, Tom. That moving screen.
Yeah.
It's a big key to the game now. Tie score.
Tied up at 51. Max Rice back in the game. He's number 12. There's Alston. Working against Anthony. Alston right side of the lane. Cut off at a double team. Turnaround jumper no good. Anderson with the board. Here comes Ashworth. Extra pass to Anthony. And a hand-checking foul on the floor. I knew you got to call it. But
that's a touch foul, Tom.
Yeah, but you got to
That's like Donnie Banks.
play go.
Donnie Banks, let him play. Tom, we're not here to hold hands. Let him play basketball. It was a touch one.
And it didn't disrupt the flow of the game.
No, Tom. Very cerebral. That's a great comment.
Thank you very much. Tied at 51. 12-10 to play. Ashworth will inbound. Way up top for Anderson. Here's Anthony.
Take him now. Mismatch. Little guy on you.
Anthony has it knocked away. Dennis with the good defense.
I like the vibes coming out of Ray J. Dennis. Defensively, offensively.
Body language is better.
Yes, no question.
Kicks it up top for Shaver. No good. Ball is tipped back out.
He can make that.
Alston gets his man off his feet. Swings it. They go to the corner. Kijab for three. No good. And a rebound by Bairstow. Anthony in the paint. Outside for Anderson. Got it to go.
I love Alfonso Anderson, boy. He's a terrific player. Great points off the bench. He score inside, outside.
He has 5 tonight.
Downtown, Tom, right? Both teams are cold.
Dennis to the corner. Alston for three. High arcing shot, no good. And Bairstow at the rebound, stolen away by Shaver. Rice for three. The answer.
Max Rice. Tom, what a game we got. These are NCAA tournament teams. Mark it down. They're that good.
Tied at 54. Under 11 to play in this second half. Anderson left alone. Easy two-handed jam.
Got to take his sunglasses off. He's got to play more, Tom. Terrific play, Alfonso Anderson. Greg Smith's a lot smarter than me, but I like him. There we go.
And key jab. Back and forth we go. It's a 1-point lead for the Broncos. They've made their last 2 after missing their last 5. Bairstow, right side of the lane. Runner's no good. Ball is loose. And here comes Ray J. Dennis. Boise State up by 1. Rice heads to the basket. Off the glass. Count the bucket.
Tom, it's one of the weaknesses of Utah State is transition D. You don't get back quick. Here we go. Penetrate. Downtown. Alfonso Anderson. Splash. Love it. Here we go. Dennis behind the back pass. Key Jam's got something for you. Take that out.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. College basketball on CBS Sports Network brought to you by the Mountain West Conference. And it's Boise State on top 59-56 with 10:05 to play here in the second half. These two teams are used to playing these good games. How about last year, January 2020? Utah State up 19 with 6 minutes to play, and then Boise State woke up, Pete.
Unbelievable. They came back way downtown, knocking down shots. Unbelievable. Great comeback for the Broncos. They win in overtime, Tom, as you know, 88-83. Different circumstance. We got another great game tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get to that point total. We might. And it's an important game because these are the standings in the Mountain West Conference. Utah State sits atop 11-2. They've been off for 13 days. Boise State at 12-3. As Pete mentioned, tournament team, NCAA tournament teams, just as Colorado State is right now, San Diego State is right now, and Nevada is knocking on the door. Max Rice finishes off this 3-point play. He has 6 quickly for Boise State.
Well, he and Ray J. Dennis had been struggling a little bit, Tom, the last few games. It's great to see them step up in this big-time game.
Cade's back in. He has 3 fouls. He's number 23 for Utah State. He's their best player.
Go right at him. Go right at Cade. Try to get him the 4th foul.
That's a good look to Bean, who lays it in. That's the 13th assist for Utah State.
They share the ball really well.
Key jab. Blocked from behind by Cada. The ball loose. Boise State has it. Armouche.
I'd run a pick and roll. Bring the big guy out.
Extra pass for Rice. Is he hot? Too strong. Bean trying to tie it or give Utah State the lead. Ashworth off the screen by Cada. Ashworth leans in, doesn't get the roll, and key jab, I believe, touched that last.
Cade is one of the top shot blockers in the country. He blocks 3 a game. Here we go. Goes in, gets a little piece of it. Key jab. Tremendous shot blocker. 3 a game. 6th leading shot blocker in the country.
Is there a science in going after a shot blocker like that? Is there?
You got to attack. You got to take it to the chin. You can't give them the angle. You got to go at them. They're not doing that.
Shot clock at 7. Off the glass, no good. Shaver with the rebound.
Push it now, Broncos. Utah State's not great in that transition game.
Alston is on the bench. He's the leading scorer for Boise State. Key jab, a little jab step. Jumper is no good. And the ball tipped to Bean.
Push it. Look at the big guy, Cade is running. Get him the ball. Get the big guy the ball.
Yeah, he wants it. And a foul from behind. Armouche called for the foul. That's number 4 on him.
Armouche, good job. Yeah, look at Cade is running the court. You can just see his feet right away. Before, the big guy Armouche can get position. Great job by getting the big guy the ball. Cada, tremendous player. What a future he has in basketball.
Ashworth back to Cada. Cada working against Milner, running in the lane, gets the roll. Cada with 24.
Tom, It's Cater's world. We're just passing through it. He's the man.
It's been enjoyable passing through it, though.
Oh, boy. I like a little glimpse of that.
Cater's matched his career high in points with 24. Tied up at 60. Shaver. Ray J. Dennis step back three. And it's good.
He's feeling it. Tom, you remember last year, he got 19 points in a comeback win. Ray J. Dennis, he's back. He's back.
Now 7 threes for Boise State.
Take him, big fella.
And Cater does. Quick step and over the top of Milner. Career high now, Pete.
Yeah, he makes the game look easy, Tom.
There are times where he really does make the game look easy.
It's like a little Nerf ball set, you know, in your bedroom. He's like nerfing it.
Pull-up jumper is good by Shaver. Now we got a little flow offensively.
Yep.
3-point lead. Double screen set by Cater. Ashworth for three, no good. Ball is loose. Milner keeps it alive for Boise State, and to the floor is Anthony, and he calls a timeout.
Cater backing his man in. Nice hook shot. Oh, what a touch. Boom, boom, boom. Rim is kind. Ray J. Dennis stepping back. Yep. Sophomore. Boom. Got a great one here in Boise. Stick with us.
Time now for the State Farm surprisingly great play of the game. How about Neemias Queta? He was surprised that that ball went right back to him, but he was ready.
The ball found him like a laser.
He has 26 points, which is a career high. He also has 6 rebounds. He has 3 personal fouls, and there's something to that because foul trouble is looming for both squads.
Yep.
12 of the 26 points have come in the second half. Here's the foul trouble. Now Armouche has 4. That's big for the Broncos. Milner's done an admirable job inside. But you have 3 players with 3 fouls for Utah State.
Yep. Question is now, when do you get Armouche back in the game, Tom? You know what I mean? So you don't want to wait too much time. Right now it's 6:46. I go 5 minutes. I put him back in. If I'm Utah State, I'm going inside to Cater. Get him the ball. Let the big dog eat. Give him the ball, please.
Bean to the baseline. He gives it to Cater outside. His 15-footer no good, and Shaver with the rebound.
That's not the shot I wanted. I'm Coach Greg Smith. He's done a great job for the Aggies the last 3 years.
Alston, by the way, back in. He has 23 for Boise State. He's number 21. This is key jab. Bounce pass. That's a tough one. Milner couldn't stretch to get it. That was a tough pass.
Yeah.
65-62. 6:15 to play in the second half. Mountain West basketball at its best.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Army National Guard. The next greatest generation is now.
Well, to say we've seen some athleticism in this game is really an understatement. Out of Boise State. Utah State and Boise State coming up next. Join the Inside College Basketball crew. We'll talk all things hoops and the road to the Final Four right here on CBS Sports Network. They're going to have fun with this game because there's been so many different highlights, Pete, that have been enjoyable to watch. So Adam Zucker and the guys are standing by.
Yep. Top players having great games, right? As well as now the complimentary guys are really stepping up, which I love. Marco Anthony doing a wonderful job for the Aggies. Oh, not a good foul.
Yeah, Alston called for the foul.
Tom, I like the idea of pressing. I think you can bother Utah State by pressing them. They don't like that. You might not steal it, but you get them out of sync. Don't let them walk it up and throw it into the big guy. I don't want to do that. Alston's got to put a little more pressure on the dribbler.
Anthony covered by Alston. Out to Ashworth for three, and it's off the front of the rim. Key jab with the rebound.
Not the shot you wanted. Get the ball to Cada. Guy was defending Ashworth. It's a freshman mistake.
And Alston has it blocked by Cada. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession remains with the Broncos.
Yep. Good defense that time by the Aggies.
Let me correct that. It goes to the Aggies. The officials switched it.
Yep. Referee gave a different signal.
5.5 to play in the second half. It's a three-point game. Bean to Anthony, and Milner is going to be called for the foul, working against Cada. That's the 6th team foul for Boise State.
It's going to be big down the stretch. Both these teams shoot about 72% from the free throw line. Pretty even in the charity stripe.
Miller off the three. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line for three.
Good call. Nice out of bounds play by the Aggies.
All right, so the foul is on Kejab. Where was his foot, Pete? Oh, yeah, it was behind
He got his wrist, I thought.
Yeah, he definitely got his wrist.
He definitely hit his wrist.
All right, so Miller, who is 81%. Now they've switched it. They said it's a two-shot foul. Yeah, his foot was on the line, and he missed the first one. 81%, and he missed the first one. That is the first miss or second miss of the night for Utah State from the free throw line. Missed two. That is shocking, but the rebound for Utah State. Miller for three. That's too strong. Cada with the rebound.
Can't give the Aggies 3 chances.
No.
We'll make you pay.
Down by 3, little double team. Cada skips out of it, inside for Anthony. 5 minutes to play. Anthony turnaround jumper is good. It's a 1-point game.
Marco Anthony's doing a great job for the Aggies. Really stepping up, playing with a sense of urgency. It's a big game for both teams now. They want to improve their net, want to build their resume for the postseason.
Key jab. Cada with the help. Dennis, shot clock is under 10.
Go by him.
Shaver for three, way downtown.
How about that? Shaver's a tremendous three-point shooter. He hadn't had many looks.
And Ashworth called for the traveling violation. It's a 4-point lead for Boise State. And they'll get the basketball back. How about this move?
That's a nice move. Bridges man in. Left-handed, fades away. Splash. Shaver from way downtown. Boom. Very good three-point shooter. I go back to him, Tom. I think he's feeling it. He's a streaky guy. Done something for Shaver now.
Shaver has 9. Alston leads the way with 23. Armouche back in. He has 4 fouls. And Dennis to the basket. Count the bucket and a foul on Cada.
They went to Shaver. They said a double screen for him. A staggered double. It's great coaching by Leon Rice. Get the ball to the hot guy. Here he comes off 2 screens. Go by Miller. Attacks the cup. Nice finish. Transfer from Portland. Tremendous left hand going at the big guy.
That's 4 on Cada.
Yep.
And Shaver trying to pick up his 12th point. He's the second Bronco into double figures. And he does. 70 to 71-64.
Yep.
You got to keep him out there with 4
No
feet.
question. No, you don't want to be the richest guy in the graveyard. You know what I mean? Put him in and just try to be politically correct. Craig Smith, a fabulous coach. Say, hey, be smart. You're going to run horns next time down. Right? Horns. 2 big guys up top.
Bean looking into Cada, covered by Milner. Isolation, no help. Cada off the glass like a Nerf ball, as Pete said.
Great call by Craig Smith. Coach Smith called that play. Tom, right? And they got it. Good execution that time by the Aggies.
71-66. The largest lead tonight for Boise State was 8. That was in the first half.
Aycott was wide open.
Here he is. He was wide open, go to the basket, and he's fouled from behind.
He's great off the bounce, Tom. That's what he does best. Attack the rim off the bounce. Transfer from Wasatch Academy High School. University of Arizona. Caden, a big fella. Makes one way. Bang.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is presented by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. (73-66) with 3:26 to play here in the second half. Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Old Trapper Beef Jerky. Yes, Utah State's trailing Pete, but Cade has been outstanding.
Cade has been unbelievable. Career high, Tom. He's blocking shots, changing shots, scoring inside. He's been unbelievable. 28 points, 11 for 18 from the field. Terrific. What a great job. Once again, the game ain't over, but he's fabulous. 7 rebounds. I mean,
now, the other part of the storyline, he has 4 personal fouls.
Yep. He's been great, but right now, not enough. He's got to get some more help.
Here's the foul trouble we just talked about. Armouche has 4 as well.
Still a long way to go.
Armouche, by the way, is back in. And Aycott goes to the free throw line. Front end is good. That's been a storyline where the end one is good. It's 12 for 12, or they're 12 for 12 from the free throw line. 74-66 matches the largest lead of the game thanks to a 9-2 run.
They don't want to double him, Tom. They don't want to give an open 3. Armouche got his hands. Oh, good call. He got fouled. Good call.
That'll be number 5 on Armouche.
It's a good call. He bited him. Back his man in. Pivots. No, bumped him with his chest. That's a good call.
Yeah, their feet got tangled up also.
Yeah.
So Armouche will lead with 8 points. 8 points, 7 rebounds for Armouche. The foul trouble sort of knocked him off kilter.
Yeah. Once again, he's going against arguably the player of the year of the conference. Got a great shot at it. Him or Alston. Matt Mitchell from San Diego State's a great player. Been injured. You know, so there's other candidates for sure.
Caden tonight, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 29 points. He's 1 point away from reaching 30 for the first time in his career. And it's the first time in his career that he hits 30 points in a game. It's 74-68. Ashworth is back in. Little full court pressure now by Utah State.
2-possession game. Got to dig in now, Aggies. Get a stop.
Shaver nearly walked with that.
I go to Alston now. Go to your best player. Let him touch it.
Aycott working against Bean, one-on-one. Aycott cut off in a double team, tried a tough pass to Milners. It's knocked out of bounds by Utah State.
Alston's got to touch it, Tom. Go to your best player. He's having a great game. 23 points. He's got to touch the ball. He doesn't have to shoot it every time, but he's got to touch the basketball if I'm the Broncos.
And a timeout called by Boise State. 74-68. It's a 6-point game. We'll be back with 2:44 to play. Our game reset. Boise State is on top 74-68. 2 timeouts left. The possession arrow goes to the Broncos. Leon Rice, 214 wins, the most in Boise State history, past Bobby Dye in the same amount of games that Bobby had won, 213. Shot clock is at 5. Aycott, step back 3, lets it fly, no good. Rebound Cada, number 8.
Yeah. Olsen got to touch the basketball. What's the matter? Trying to go to Brock Miller. See if we can get a three for Brock Miller. Great three-point shooter.
He's 0 for 5 tonight from beyond the arc. That's a huge storyline. Queta knocked away by Milner. Queta underneath, gets his way to the basket, tries to force his way in. Milner's able to defend him nicely.
Broncos got a break then. That was halfway down.
2 minutes to play.
Take their time. They go to Shaver coming off the screen, or Alston clear out.
Shaver's number 0, Alston's 21 for Boise State. Shot clock is at 5. Acott inside to Milner, stumbling to the basket, lays it in. Beautiful play by Milner.
Great pass, great catch by Milner.
He has really played well.
Yep.
The lead is 8 and a timeout called. 1:34 to play. 900 sounds like 19,000 at Boise State. Pete, it's time to revisit your keys to the game. Were you a good prognosticator for tonight?
Fair. I'm a C+ student, Tom. Utah State take care of the rock. They did. 12 turnovers. They averaged 14. Own the glass. Yeah, they're winning the battle of the boards by about 6. Broncos get hot from downtown. 8 for 22 is pretty good. Get Caden in foul trouble. Yes, they did that. Got 4 fouls. So Broncos did a pretty good job on their keys. Utah State just fair on theirs.
Well, we still have 1:44 left in this game. Minute and a half left in this game. It's 76-68. You saw some of the fans. We mentioned going into the break. 900. It's the first time this year that there have been fans at games at Boise State. You know, this is a very good home team.
Yep.
They haven't lost in 366 days at home.
Yep. Yep. They're great at home. Tom, 9-0 this year, as you mentioned before, right? 21 out of 22. Last team to beat them was San Diego State in February last year.
Off the timeout, Ashworth looking for Queta, working against Milner. Queta into the paint, off the glass. No good. It went in and out for the second time.
Yep.
The slam dunk went in and out a moment ago.
Yeah. Yep. Couple of good bounces for the Broncos.
Is it time to start thinking about fouling if you're
you got to foul
Utah
now.
State?
3-possession game. I would foul the young guy. Got to give one. That was a foul. We're trying to foul.
She's a little keep away.
Yep, got to foul. I fouled Ray Dennis. Down 3 possessions, 8 points.
Acott's open for 3. It's no good. Bean with the rebound.
Got to push it, Aggies.
Here's Anthony back to Bean. Bean for 3. It's no good. And a rebound is taken out by Ray Dennis. Alston on the alley-oop. He couldn't finish because the foul from behind on Bean.
Tom, I would have brought it back out then. The clock's your best friend. You don't need an alley-oop. A.J. Dennis, I know that you're up 8. It's not over yet. You're in great shape. Pull it back out. No, you don't need it. Ray J. No, not a good decision. Got a break on that.
And by the way, look at Bean going right over to Alston because he wanted to make sure he knew that he didn't foul him to hurt him.
No, he's a great young man.
Alston to the free throw line. Broncos are 13 for 13 from the free throw line tonight. Trying to make this a 10-point game. This right now is the largest of the night.
Yep. And coming back against Friday night. Another one of these games.
And the first miss of the night. I blame that on Pete. 9 rebounds for Queta.
Need a 3 now. Need a 3.
They go inside to Queta. And Queta will get a chance for a 3-point play as Milner came down on top of him.
Yep. Let him go. Milner's done a great job, Tom, but that was not a good decision then. Pick and roll. Both guys go with Anthony. Pump fake. Nice finish for the big guy. Milner's late getting back. There's no help, no rotation. Acott should have been in there to help out Tom from the weak side. Now it's not over yet. If he makes this, it's a 2-possession game.
Yep.
Put the pressure on, try to get a steal.
77-70. Queta's 8 for 8 from the free throw line. They get 8 of 9. Alston with the rebound. And now they're trying to foul him, and they do. Ashworth fouls him. And he is the best free throw shooter. He and Shaver for Boise State.
Yep, that hurt.
Again, each team is playing without an injured player. Dutrieve, who's so good defensively and is continuing to get better offensively. Dental emergency for Boise State. Meanwhile, Raleigh Wooster, the starting point guard for Utah State, is in a boot on the sidelines as Alston converts the front end of the 1-and-1 to make it 78-70.
Yep.
There's Wooster.
There's Wooster, yep. It was a big loss. 10 points a game. Freshman from Montana. He's had a great first year.
Second shot is good. 3-possession game. 3 threes would tie it. Not a lot of time left, though. As Miller loses it out of bounds, it'll be Boise State basketball. How about the job that Boise State's done on Miller? He's 0 for 5 from beyond the arc tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job. He's a catch-and-shoot guy. They keyed on him. Remember, Tom, as you know, Tim Duryea used to coach at Utah State, is an assistant now for the Broncos. There's Tim right there, right? Tall guy right there. 3 years he was the head coach at Utah State.
Long-time assistant.
You know, now he's with the Broncos, and I'm sure he was a big part of the game plan. But he's a terrific coach, a class guy, and I'm glad he landed at Boise State.
Take a listen to the crowd mic.
Yeah, it could be D.
As the officials are coming over just to make sure that the ball is indeed Boise State's basketball. They can do this with under 2 minutes to play.
Exactly, last 2 minutes.
I think they're smart doing this.
Definitely.
Did Alston touch it there? Or did Acott touch it there? It almost looked like it went right between Acott's legs.
Good mark?
Nah, I think it might have hit his leg.
Yeah, it looked like
I got another angle on F.
That key jab, Tom, there, 24.
I thought it was.
See who was that?
Yeah, it's key jab. Yep. I said Acott. It's key jab.
It's tough to tell.
That is tough to tell. Now they called it Boise State basketball. I don't know if you can tell there, Pete. I really don't.
I couldn't tell. No, I agree. Too tough to tell. See if the ball rotation changes.
Boy, it may have hit.
Touched it.
It may have hit the
pants.
The pants, but who knows?
Tough to tell.
(79-70) with 22.1 to play. And it's going to be Boise State basketball. I don't think there was enough to overturn it.
I agree. Couldn't tell. Like it might have gone through his legs. Good they checked it out, though.
Yeah. Full court pressure by Utah State. Just probably not enough time left in this game.
I don't think they're going to foul. I don't think so.
They hadn't played in 13 days. We wondered how sharp they would be. I don't think that had much to do with it. Maybe for Miller, who was scoreless from beyond the arc.
Yep. That was a big part. They defended Miller. Good job defending him. Great win for Leon Rice. Great win. 3-3 in their last 6 games. So this is a giant win for the Broncos.
He's done a heck of a job at Boise State. He was at Gonzaga for 11 years as Mark Few's assistant. He said that was tough leaving Gonzaga because his family and the Few family were so close.
Yep. But he's done a wonderful job here. 11th year at Boise State. He's the dean of the Mountain West coaches.
Ashworth and Anderson for 3. It's an air ball, loose ball, picked up by Utah State, stolen away by Shaver. And that'll do it. Boise State wins it by a final score of 79-70. These two teams will face each other again on Friday, but at least for now, the upper hand goes to the Broncos, their 17th win of the season. And the 900 fans who all they could have done, look, that's a great reaction by the team.
Yep.
First time fans are in town getting a chance to watch them play. And they now have 13 wins atop the Mountain West.
Great win for the Broncos, and Derek Alston wants to go back to the big dance. He took a step in that direction tonight.
The final score, Boise State 79, Utah State 70. We'll have some more from Boise when we return. (79-70), Boise State has defeated Utah State. Yeah, they're cleaning up the glass out in Idaho, and the head coach of the Broncos, Leon Rice, joins us now on the sidelines. Well, Coach, we knew this was going to be a good game. It turned out to be a dandy. Congratulations on the win. Your guys played great.
What a battle. I mean, both teams are really, really good, I think. And, you know, our guys showed a lot of character in battling back. And, I mean, you know, we were in foul trouble, deep foul trouble with our big guys because, you know, Keita just, I mean, that guy's a heck of a player, 32 and 10 tonight. And, you know, and our guys were being physical with him. He's just, I mean, you know, he's one of the best centers this league's seen for a long, long time. That's definitely how I feel.
Leon, great win, but Alston was tremendous for sure, 26 points. But how about the contribution of Marcus Shaver, Ray J. Dennis, and your son Max Rice in the second half? How big was that? That
was huge, and that's, you know, we were down a soldier tonight with Dean Air being out. We had a tooth emergency, and that was I've never had one of those before, but you know, it's a year of that kind of stuff. But you know, those guys stepped up, and they're ballers. And you know, I challenged Ray J a little bit in the first half and got his mojo going, and that's what we needed. And you know, you need every bucket in a game like this, and the contribution the bench gave, and then E-Man came in and gave us a big spark at the end, I thought.
Leon, how was the crowd tonight? I know you told us it would sound like 19,000. How did it feel having 900 folks there?
It just felt great. You know, anything that starts to get you back to normal, and for these student athletes to be able to play in an environment, and it felt like an environment, even though it wasn't, you know, the regular 12,000 or 13,000 that we would have had tonight for a game like this, but. Just to give these guys something like that, it was great. And I think it's great for both teams. I mean, you know, there's nothing like playing on the road with some noise, and I think those guys enjoyed it. And both teams looked like they competed really, really hard and really, really well. Both teams played good, and hats off to Utah State, and I know we're going to have another great battle on Friday.
Yeah. Well, you said it was a privilege for your team to be playing in a game like this. It was a privilege for us to watch it, enjoy it, and good luck on Friday.
Right. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Great win, Leon. Great win.
Leon Rice, the head coach of Boise State. The Broncos with the victory. For Pete Gillen and our entire crew, I'm Tom McCarthy. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Boise State wins it. Let's send it to Adam Zucker and the guys for Inside College Basketball.
Here we go. Does it get any better than this? Big time jam! How about that? Yeah. Spectacular! You better believe it!
It is Inside College Basketball with you for the next 30 minutes to recap the night, and we had some good action here on CBS Sports Network, as you probably already know. Adam Zucker along with John Rothstein, and we have support, Ryan Hollins and Seth Davis joining us from home to help us recap this Wednesday. And it was a lighter than usual Wednesday night with all the weather-related postponements in the South, on top of the many teams losing games due to COVID-19. Now here on CBS Sports Network, a fun doubleheader capped by a battle atop the Mountain West with Utah State visiting Boise State. First of 2 games in 3 nights, and it was tight. Derek Alston Jr., John, having another big performance. Everything off the glass going in.
He is becoming appointment television, but so is Neemias Queta with the finish. He had 32 and 10. That gave Utah State a 4-point lead. Utah State up now by 2. Abu Kijab, the Oregon transfer, with the 3. And then finally a sighting from Marcus Shaver, knocking down the 3. He's a Portland transfer. 5-point lead, drive, and the finish by Emmanuel Akot. He's a transfer from Arizona. There's transfers everywhere in the Mountain West, except when you talk about Lucas Milner. He lays it in. Round 1 goes to Boise State. They're fired up. A massive win for Leon Rice and company.
Absolutely huge. And just a note, though, like Neemias Queta was so dominant down low keeping this thing tight. 32 points
Unreal.
and 10 rebounds. But it is Boise State getting the win, the first of the 2 games in 48 hours, basically. And the first time all year, the Broncos had fans in the stands. Only 900, masks, social distancing, but a very appreciative Leon Rice to have them back.
Just felt great. You know, you just, anything that starts to get you back to normal, and for these student athletes to be able to play in an environment. And it felt like an environment, even though it wasn't, you know, the regular 12,000 or 13,000 that we would have had tonight for a game like this. But just to give these guys something like that, it was great. And I think it's great for both teams. I mean, you know, there's nothing like playing on the road, but with some noise, and I think those guys enjoyed it. And both teams looked like they competed really, really hard and really, really well. Both teams played good, and hats off to Utah State, and I know we're going to have another great battle on Friday.
And a fun game to watch as well. I don't even know, do you even look at the tape from this one? Seth, what a high-octane performance as Boise State now has a full game up in the Mountain West standings.
Yeah, I can't believe we get to watch these guys play again in 48 hours. And, you know, for Boise State, their whole season was coming down to this final stretch. 2 games against Utah State and 2 games against San Diego State, playing a very good Utah State team with a really good player in Neemias Queta playing at his absolute best and still finding a way to win. Derek Alston did what he does well, 26 points with 3 made 3-pointers. But I thought the story of the game was Boise State's defense being able to hold Utah State to 3 for 16 3-point shooting and without a lot of fouling. So just a really good basketball game, both ends of the floor. Scored a lot of points, too, on a team that hasn't been allowing a lot of points scored against them this season.
No doubt. Ryan.
Yeah, this was a huge, huge win for Boise State. This is the team that we've been raving about. They finally got back to form. Derek Alston was excellent in the first half and got busy in the second half. But down the stretch, it was really Shaver and Acott. They've been able to use Shaver in pick and rolls and using his size and passing ability to really be a cheat code for Boise State. So excellent win. And we're going to see how the chess match comes down the stretch. I know the Mountain West has beat themselves up with these back-to-back games, but it could stand tall come tournament time because these teams are battle-tested. You beat a team twice in 2 days, you're rolling.
There is great basketball this year in the Mountain West Conference. I said earlier, it reminds me of the 12-13 season when there was 5 teams in the NCAA tournament. And of all the championship tournaments we are going to cover coming up in a couple weeks during championship week, the Mountain West is at the top of my list. That is going to be one of the great conference tournaments that we have during championship week, and the majority of it will be right here on CBS Sports Network. And the title game's on CBS.
It's good basketball.
It's great basketball this year.
And you were telling me off air, Nevada is your sleeper.
Nevada is the bid stealer. I wasn't planning to unveil that until about 2.5 weeks, but, you know, you killed the lead.
The lead? No, this was the lead. And they get to do it again shortly, of course. And you saw the career high for Queta and Derek Alston Jr. now 11 games with at least 20 points on the season.